today we have a crazy arm workout for you. Now what you guys see here, we're doing a dumbbell preacher curl, but we're making the exercise more difficult. We're not using a tremendous amount of weight. So what we're doing is focusing on our tempo, which is really slow, and also using full range of motion. We're trying to go slow, take out the momentum, and really stretch out that bicep. I love that you can always spot yourself in this exercise. You may not always have a spotter, and a lot of people, they don't know how to spot at all. They use too much strength or too little. This, you can actually spot yourself by grabbing your wrist, applying a couple fingers worth of pressure, that's what she said, and help you along the way, on the way up. All right, a little bit heavier this third set. Wow. Now, it's hard to tell somebody when they ask how many sets and reps they should do. It's hard to give them an answer. But what I always say is, when you increase the weight, the repetitions should go down. So we went up by 5 pounds, so we went from 10 reps to 8 reps. When I go up again, I'll bring it down to 6 reps. All right, guys, next exercise, we're moving to triceps. We're not done with biceps, but I like to go back and forth and toggle between the two. We're gonna do a single arm overhead tricep extension. This exercise I learned from Frank Zane. Now we only got 20 pounds, we're warming up, but what we're focusing on is controlling the weight on the way down. We don't want to come crashing down with the weight. We could cause injury. Slow on the way down, explode up. And you can tell that I'm lean because this starts coming out, whatever this is. And then this is my second armpit. I have one armpit and a second one. So I'm not just controlling the weight on the way down, I'm controlling it both ways. That's why you'll see my arm is getting a little shaky, because I'm keeping constant tension the entire time, trying to really emphasize getting that stretch and blood flow into my tricep. Ooh. Another tip that I just realized when I was doing this exercise, the weight's going heavier, it's important to stabilize your core. Yes, you could hold on to something to stabilize yourself, but let's activate that core by keeping our abs tight. This way we don't tip and teeter in either direction. When you're first doing these, you might want to start off with 10 or 15 pounds and then gauge your strength accordingly. All right, third exercise, guys. We're going back to the biceps. We're gonna do the drag curl. We all heard about the standard barbell curl where we go forward, but the drag curl is exactly what it sounds like. We bring our elbows back and we drag the bar along our midsection and back down. The reason we do this is trying to emphasize the bicep peak. This is a great movement to either start or finish your arm day with. Now, for beginners out there, there's a few different hand positions I want to talk about. Of course, we all know about putting your hands shoulder width, but when you put your hands close, we're actually going to emphasize and hit a little bit more peak of the bicep. And we put our hands further, we're going to target more inside of the bicep. So I like to keep a happy medium. I like to go shoulder width. So in the top set, we're going to burn out doing as many drag curls as we can, maybe 8 to 10, and then we're going to move into standard barbell curls immediately after, just to push more blood in there. A little momentum is fine since we're fatigued. All right, that's good. Tricep overhead with the plate. I like the plate, it just gives a different element to the workout, keeps things fresh. Now, the close grip press is a great way to add overall mass to your arms. Because let's face it, the tricep takes up so much of the arm itself, and nothing puts on the mass quite like this exercise for me in particular. So if you're not doing these close grip presses, you gotta implement them into your routine. All right, let's talk a little bit about hand positioning. When we say close grip, we're not talking extremely close. So this is something I would say is extremely close, and this is something that does not feel comfortable on the wrists or the elbows. This would be somewhere too wide. So I wanna be right inside the shoulder, maybe about ½ inch inside shoulder width. We are going to superset. All right, guys, we're having so much fun during this workout today. Just having a lot of fun. But this is the fourth and final bicep exercise. We're gonna do seated alternating dumbbell curls, supersetted with a single dumbbell concentration curl. All right, so shoulder blades are not forward, our shoulder blades are back, okay? So retract shoulder blades back and down, keep the elbow back, and contract upward. Okay. All right, now we're gonna move into standing single dumbbell concentration curl. So we're holding it like we'd be holding a loaf of bread, and we're keeping arms in, curling up with the inside of our palm. Okay. Wow. Burnout movement. It's so hard to believe I can only do 7 reps of those at the end of that superset. But listen, guys, this was our fast, effective arm day. This is all it takes. If you are using challenging weights, correct tempo, and right range of motion, you're gonna get so much out of this. If not, you'll be having to add more exercises, more volume.